isolation. Stay away from all the subway stations. Now's the time to limit your relations. This is info for your conservation and observation. I am at my home. I am all alone. I am at my home in isolation. Isolation. Time for practicing your masturbation. Sorry that you canceled your vacation. It's not just you, it's the whole entire nation. In isolation. I am at my home.
I'm at my home.
I am all alone.
I'm all alone.
I am at my home.
I'm at my home.
In isolation. My constipation in isolation has really helped my toilet paper situation. Should hold up depending on the duration that they keep us in isolation. I am at my home.
I'm at my home.
I am all alone.
I am all alone.
I am at my home.
I am still at my home.
I am in isolation.
In isolation.
Isolation. A conversation we should have with every single generation. The older people need a working vaccination. The younger people aren't afraid of decimation. I am at my home. I am all alone. I picked up the phone.
Hello.
And I said hello.
Hi.
Isolation breeds agitation. Unless you find a way to get some inspiration. Make a creation, film a claymation, or just eat chips and talk to friends while on PlayStation.
A little boy on the road. I said, hey man, you shouldn't be alone. I said, maybe you can give me your phone and then I can help you call home. You can't be more than 4'4", and I think it's about to get dark. You said I'm 36 and I think I'm okay to walk through this park. And that's when I realized you should never judge a person by the size. And that's when I realized you should never guess an age with your eyes. And that's when I realized you should never judge a person by the size. And that's when I realized you should never judge an age, never judge an age with your eyes. Never judge an age, never judge an age. I saw a girl the other day. I bumped into her when I was on my way. I said, little girl, let me know what brings you to the mall here all alone. She said, maybe 'cause I'm 52. I've got my whole life hating damn people like you. That's when I realized you never judge a person by the size. That's when I realized you should never guess an age with your eyes. That's when I realized you should never judge a person by the size. And that's when I realized you should never judge an age with your eyes. Never judge an age. Never judge a person by the size.
on the subway stations. Now's the time to limit your relation. Information for your conservation and observation. Isolation, time for practicing your masturbation. Sorry that you canceled your vacation. It's not just you, it's the whole entire nation in isolation.
We believe we should confront anxiety with a clear plan to deal with its root causes.
Just before we get to questions, I'm supposed to model healthy behavior. Model healthy behavior. Nice and sunny, but a little brisk.
My constipation in isolation has really helped my toilet paper situation. Should hold up depending on the duration. I have to stay in isolation. Isolation, a conversation you should have with every single generation. The older people need a working vaccination. The younger people are afraid of this admission.
Listen, Canada is a modest country. We know we can't solve these problems alone. We know we need to do this all together. We know it will be hard work, but we're Canadian, and we're here to help. And it's our job as your government to do justice to that compassion and to that kindness that you show to one another each and every day. We can build a better world for our kids and grandkids. This is who we are. This is what we believe in. This is Canada.
Isolation breeds agitation unless you find a way to get some inspiration. Make a creation, film a claymation, or just eat chips and talk to friends while on PlayStation. Station.
This song has no lyrics, This song has no lyrics, This song has no lyrics, Give me lyrics, for this song, This song has no lyrics, This song has no lyrics, This song has no lyrics, Give me lyrics, to the song, This part is where the verse goes, This part is where the verse goes, This part is where the verse goes, No shine, no lyrics, This part is where the verse goes, This part is where the verse goes, This part is where the verse goes, No shine, no lyrics, This song has no lyrics, This song has no lyrics, This song has no lyrics, Give me lyrics, for this song, This song has no lyrics, This song has no lyrics, This song has no lyrics, Give me lyrics, for this song,
Maybe a rap part comes in here, I'm not sure, it's not clear. Maybe it would sound weird if we don't do a rap part. Maybe we do a verse that sounds similar to the first, so it would sound like this part is where the verse goes. This part is where the verse goes. This part is where the verse goes. No shine, no lyrics, This part is where the verse goes. This part is where the verse goes. This part is where the verse goes. No shiny, no lyrics, This song has no lyrics, This song has no lyrics, This song has no lyrics, Give me lyrics, for this song,
This is my lucky day. I get to spend this half hour in the company of three very bright young ladies. So I will pause for a moment, wish you welcome, and direct your attention to our big board as we reveal the categories for this first round of play today.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to There's Always Jeopardy with Pat and Jan. I'm Pat.
And I am Jan.
Oh, man, we always get that right, and I feel good about it. How are you doing today, Jan?
I'm good, Pat. I'm a little bit tired because I spent the whole day baking.
Baking?
Wore me out.
Baking what?
Well, I made some cinnamon buns, and I made some, this sounds insane, and they are, marshmallow chocolate chip toffee blondies.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, but I made them because I'm going to take them to my brother, who I want to give a shout out to because he is an essential worker working in a men's shelter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I want to give him a little shout out. I'm going to give him a little treat, and I just wanted to say thanks to all the people who are keeping the city going.
Absolutely. So are you sending him all that stuff, or did you have a cinnamon bun?
Oh, I ate a cinnamon bun.
Okay.
Yeah.
That must
I'm
have been...
gonna parse it out. I'm gonna parse it out to a few of my relatives. We're gonna do some porch drop-offs tomorrow, because I can't keep it all here, Pat. They'd have to cut me out of this apartment. I'll have bigger problems than COVID.
That's very good. And you, I've made cinnamon buns, but only from like the Pillsbury ones. Like,
sure. Also delicious.
And I never get it quite right. It's always just a little bit burned and then a little bit undercooked inside, and it's right. I never get it just right.
You know, those are hard because they're very thick, like they're very pillowy. So I feel sometimes if they were just a hair thinner, that they would cook a little more evenly. Or maybe you're putting them too close to your stove element.
Yeah. Yeah, I have the rack right at the top.
Yeah, no, you want to take that down a bit.
Yeah, I really have to push them in there because it just squishes them into like the broiler part.
I think you got to just put them on the lower rack.
It's always a bit of a fire.
I don't want to tell you how to run your life, Pat, but just like put them on the lower rack, you'll be better off.
Yeah, I guess I hear you. I hear what you're saying. That's certainly what the instructions say.
Right.
But I like how I do it, but I don't like the outcome.
You just like the process.
I like the process. I like how I do it.
Well, listen, you know, it's about the journey for you.
I don't love the fire either.
Okay, maybe think about what you like about the process, and then just reeval.
Yeah, just reeval. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I could see me reevaling. I guess we should get to the tomato sauce update. Where again, if this is your first time watching the show, I got a grocery delivery last week. I thought I was getting 3 jars of tomato sauce. Something happened. I got 8. And we've been having a lot of tomato sauce based meals. I think we're having spaghetti tonight.
Nice.
I'm excited about. But we're still at 5 and half.
Oh, maybe
5 1/4.
Yeah.
Okay, but we have this this jar that's been opened.
Yes.
In our fridge, and it's now down to about 1/4. And
okay.
We like keep skipping over it and going for the other jars of sauce because my wife in particular thinks it's nasty.
Yeah, she called it nasty basil.
The nasty basil, yeah. So I thought, anyone following along with the tomato sauce updates, that I would do a taste test of the tomato basil.
Great.
Yeah, and we could just see, is it nasty? How nasty is it?
Now, just for clarification, you didn't find the basil all that nasty. This is more of a Maggie issue.
To be honest, I didn't notice either way. I don't know when we had it. I just found out later that the reason that we're not using this jar anymore is because of the nasty basil.
But now maybe like unencumbered with other flavors, you might kind of like feel the nastiness prance across your palate.
Yeah, and especially like just cold, straight out of the fridge.
Not at its best.
Is this going to be good?
Let's see.
I am a little concerned that I'm going to barf all over myself.
Would it help you if I hummed Janet Jackson's Nasty Boys?
Yeah, that would help.
Okay. Nasty boys don't mean a thing. Oh, you nasty. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, that is not a good face. Uh-oh. Okay, Pat. Do you have water there? Do you have water available? Oh, no. That is...
It's fine. Just taste
okay.
the sauce.
Let's give Larry a taste.
Yes.
Okay.
He really wanted it when he was watching it.
Okay, Larry.
All right, Larry.
How nasty is it? Well,
Oh, he doesn't even want to get near it. That's some nasty basil. I can't read the face. Is that a good face?
here, try a little bit more. What do you think? I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I know he's not doing actual words yet, but it really felt like he was going to go, nah. It really did feel like he was going to say something there, and that would be amazing.
Yeah, he made about 10 faces. I'm really interested to know what he thinks.
Yeah.
I guess we never will. This was an interesting discovery about Larry yesterday. We discovered that he's been on the news in Winnipeg more than once.
Pardon?
We've talked on this show before about how we do Larry looks. We dress him up as different famous people every day as a project, and we've gotten some press, which has been very sweet. But Maggie was trying to find one of the articles yesterday, and she looked up Larry looks and came across a clip from the Winnipeg News. And I guess they do happy stories at the end of the news. And at the very end of that, like, happy section, they were like, and now back by popular demand, Pat Thornton's son, Larry. And then showed like 5 pictures of him. And like, we never heard about that. Nobody called us about that. That's weird.
And it's also weird that he's back by popular demand. Like, who's writing in saying, give us more Larry or give us death?
Yeah. How many times has he been on? Like, what is this popular demand? Is there a poll? I don't know. I don't know about this. But it's fun.
I also like,
and just gotten so much press. It's insane.
I also like that you have so much notoriety in Winnipeg that they're just referring to Larry as Pat Thornton's son.
Yeah, I was interested about that too. I was wondering if the first time, if they sort of explained who I was, and we're already tired of doing that because 4 or 5 times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, Pat Thornton's son, who cares? Larry.
Oh, Pat's son, got it.
It's Larry. No, he's eating carrots.
Nice.
So that's fun. Let's talk about this Jeopardy episode.
Yeah.
Wait, before we do, I want to ask you one thing.
Yeah.
Did you make chicken parm last night?
I did make chicken parm last night. And
How'd that work out?
You're a bit frozen. How did it work out? It was delicious. It was goddamn delicious. I found some very, very thin. I don't know if you're finding this. I'm still going to the grocery store, but it's hard to find like different kinds of meat. Mm-hmm. Like you can sometimes find chicken breast, you can sometimes find like whatever, but I managed to get my hands on some very thin chicken breast, like scallopini basically. So
right.
Yeah, so we cooked that up, soaked it in egg, did the like breadcrumb coating, baked it instead of fried it, because as you know, I don't want to get cut out of my apartment at the end of all of this. And then put it on top of some spaghetti with melted mozzarella cheese and sauce. It was like really good.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah. Like a nasty basil sauce or something?
We didn't have a nasty basil sauce. No, it was just a tomato sauce that I made.
Okay, so this episode of Jeopardy, what do you think?
I thought it was fun. Like the categories were fun, the answers were fun. Like it was fun to play along, but it was kind of a stinker. Like I honestly didn't know how Cindy was going to pull it out at the end.
Yeah.
That made it a weird episode. Yeah.
She was so far behind the whole time.
Well, I mean, we talk about this a lot, but the interesting thing about these collections is that we know who's going to win these episodes. You know what I mean? So we go in and she's behind for most of it. And it was just wild. It was also wild to see three ladies.
Yes, which we don't see very often.
Yeah, something that Maggie brought up is she doesn't like it very much when Alex Trebek refers to people as young lady. And he did that a lot in this episode.
Fair. I can't say that I noticed.
Oh, you'll notice now.
Yeah, I'll have my ear finely tuned to it. Yeah, it's true. It's interesting to be referred to as like young lady or miss or something like that. It is a bit like, it's weird to the ear.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, the man's very old.
Yeah.
I don't think he means anything diminishing.
No, I'm sure he's just trying to be kind of like almost like fatherly, or like he is kind of America's dad, Alex Trebek, right? Or America's uncle? I don't know.
Yeah, somebody nice.
Yeah. Just a nice guy who's like, hey, did you know that in Papua New Guinea? I didn't know that.
Totally. Okay, let's look at the categories here.
Yeah.
It was the first round. We had Odd Words, the Oscar winners movie, which, wow, crazy. What's the Big Rush? Texas, Moving Journalism, and Tales. Tails. Tales. What do you think of these categories?
Pretty good. I actually was pretty impressed with myself, not to brag, but I found myself getting most of these answers. Which makes me think it was kind of an easy round. I think I maybe missed 3 or 4, like out of all of them.
Whoa, Jan.
I know.
I just hope that they didn't on purposely make it an easy round because Alex went backstage and went, just some young ladies.
Bring it in. Bring it in. We just got girls on the panel. Outfield, take a break. At least he didn't call them attractive young ladies. That's what I was worried about when I heard him talk. Like, I get the privilege of spending the afternoon with 3 very, and he said intelligent, and I was very nervous he was going to say attractive.
Yeah. Or lovely, which which is a nice word that's starting to sound gross to me.
Interesting. In this context, it does evoke petticoats and like, what are those, parasols?
Yeah. Double Jeopardy, The Oceans, European Rulers, 2016 Music Festivals, 5-letter words with the L in quotes, which is interesting because that is 2 games at once in that category, which doesn't happen that often, where you have to find that the words are both 5 letters and start with L.
Oh, yeah.
It still wasn't a very hard category, but you have to keep 2 things in mind, which is a challenge for me.
Yeah, a lot of balls in the air.
To Live and Die in LA and Tales, Tales. And I have to think that the writers must be so proud of themselves when they do stuff like that. When they end the first one with Tales and the second one with Tales spelled the other way.
Yeah.
So fun.
So fun. They really earned their free lunch that day. You guys want to get Subway? I think we earned it. That's the writer's room. That's my impression.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty easy game overall. I thought that the scores were all over the place. It stayed pretty tight.
Yeah, Sarah did pretty well. Like, she was going into Final Jeopardy with a lot of cash. Like,
$1,000 at some point.
Yeah, and like way far ahead of the other 2.
Yeah. And
if you didn't know that Cindy was going to win it, like, you'd be like, well, this is over. Like, you'd leave early to avoid the rush in the parking lot. A lot of baseball analogies today from me.
It felt over.
Yeah.
But of course we knew it wasn't. But you want to take a look at the stories?
Sarah Kwasny is from Livonia, Michigan. This young lady works on old automobiles. What are we talking about?
So last year I was working at a museum back home, and every day 2 of us presenters would take apart a 1917 Model T. And then over the course of the day, our guests get to help put it back together.
Have you ridden in one?
Yes, we actually got to learn how to drive one day too.
Oh, good. How exciting. Yeah. That's wonderful. I love it. Chelsea Cohen from Astoria, New York. When you were a young lady, you did something exciting also. You traveled abroad with a band. Tell me about that.
I traveled to Europe with the Make-A-Wish charity band. We spent about 2 weeks traveling around Europe. We played at various schools, hospitals, and in Vienna, we got to help grant a wish to a 6-year-old girl.
Now, is this associated with the Make-A-Wish Foundation?
Yeah, it was a part of the Make-A-Wish Foundation. It was an offshoot of it.
Wonderful stuff. You guys bring some interesting history to our program, as does our champion, Cindy Stowell from Austin, Texas. Now, you write homework questions for what?
I write homework questions in science and chemistry and physics for a company that makes online homework for university students. And it's this horrible cosmic karmic joke because my mission in high school and college was to avoid homework as much as possible. And now I'm stuck doing it for several years.
I didn't like homework either, so you and I are like this. All right, pick up your signaling device, champ, and make another selection for us as we continue.
Texas for 1,000, please.
I'll say this, if you're a Trebek fan, he is having a blast this episode.
Yeah.
He's lit.
He is lit. That's a great way to describe it. Yeah. I felt he really enjoyed all these stories.
Yeah, the first story, he said, that's wonderful. I love it.
Yeah.
Which is more than he ever gives. And then he gave Cindy even more than that after. But that first story, so she takes apart and puts together a Model T every day at this museum, that's a good story. That's pretty fascinating. Really hard. But I guess the first cars would be simpler to put together.
Yeah, I think it's basically like 6 rubber bands and like some old soup cans.
And it doesn't go anywhere.
Doesn't go anywhere. Doesn't go very fast. No, but that is kind of neat, as because I think we've talked about this before. Like, you're a museum guy, you like museums, and I always appreciate it when you can see like a little demonstration. I love a diorama. Like, I like stuff like that.
Yeah, and if you get to show up and help put a piece on a Model T.
Yeah, that's fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
That feels nice. You can be like, hey, I put the steering wheel on. That's me.
That's me. You liking that? You liking that ride? Like how she handles? I gotta say, I also very much like Sarah's haircut. I know I don't want to be a Trebek about this, but like I think this is a very cute haircut that I wish I could pull off.
Really cute.
She looks cute, and she's just like perky and having a great time too.
Yeah, and killing it. She was super killing it the whole game.
Yeah, she's very good at Jeopardy. Just she didn't know what she was up against with Cindy. That's all.
Yeah, but
that's
then
all.
I thought Chelsea's story started off like, oh, are we gonna get some tales of depravity? And I was like, no.
Yeah.
The most wholesome and.
But I have one big question about this, right? Because she said that she traveled with the Make-A-Wish Foundation band, which, sure, but that they were able to grant a wish to a little girl, which sounds very nice. But whose wish was to meet the Make-A-Wish Foundation band?
You mean you didn't have a poster up in your room as a child of the Make-A-Wish Foundation band?
They got so popular, people started making their wishes about them.
Didn't you sing into your hairbrush the Make-A-Wish songs? I really not want to know what the wish was, because I have a feeling, because I heard Vienna, and then I was like, oh, like, well, the Vienna Boys Choir, like maybe there's something around that. I don't know.
My guess is the wish was to meet any band. Get any selection of musicians together, and I couldn't be happier. I'm ready to die. because that's crazy.
Yeah. But do you think that the Make-A-Wish band partied?
Yeah.
Like, do you think, because they're probably just a bunch of young Turks, like, you
Yeah.
know, traveling to Europe?
Traveling all over Europe. They're drinking heavily.
Yeah.
Yeah. And barely pulling off wishes for anybody.
Is your wish to have 1 out of 6 beers? We got left in the van.
And then
bright in here.
And then Cindy's story is like, it's pretty basic. She's like, we already found out that she's a science content developer.
Now we know what that is.
So hers is I write homework for people, and it's what an easy joke to say. Say I hated doing homework, and now I write homework. You know what I mean? Like that's got to be the joke everyone who writes homework does every day. You know what I mean? Every day to anyone who will listen. But she said it in the right spot at the right time to the right guy.
Yeah. But to your point, like because I think, was it yesterday that you said, like, she actually has pretty good comic timing insofar as like her delivery. And we saw like a few sparks of her sense of humor today, which was really fun. And I thought that she did a great job on this story, because like so many people would wait for Alex to be like, what's that like, or whatever. But she just like very confidently told that story. And I was like, oh, that's kind of what Pat was referring to yesterday.
Yeah, she had that bit worked out, which is, again, why I say she tells that joke every day. Or she did. But then he's like, yeah, you and me, I hated homework too.
We're best friends.
Yeah. They tight, man. They tight.
They tight. Soul twins.
So that was fun. The stories were fun. What we have left in this episode is Final Jeopardy. Did you get it?
I for sure got it.
You know what happened to me is I said the wrong show, and then Trebek gave like another clue, and then I said the right show.
Yeah.
Before anyone answered it. But I'm not counting that as getting it. I'm just counting that as I'm going to tell you this whole story so that I sound half smart.
I appreciate it.
So that's what happened to me. But yeah, it was Mad Men. They moved their location 6 blocks west.
But it wasn't as I got it, and then I was like, oh, I should have gotten that faster, because nobody except Cindy got it, and that's how she won the game.
Yeah.
Because everybody else got it wrong. They bet too much. They were too confident in their New York City TV trivia skills. And Cindy, like, if you see Cindy, she's like, what? when she wins.
Yeah, I know.
I think she may have even said WTF.
Oh God.
And they cut away. But yeah, I feel like I should have gotten that faster, but I did get it.
That's great. That's great. I'm really happy for you. I wanted to get it, but like I said, I only like half got it. It's fine.
Listen, today me, tomorrow you, you know?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Dan just sent me a picture that just says Larry Sounds. Because I guess you're giving a bit of a soundtrack today, buddy boy.
You gotta mic him.
Larry. Again, this guy's on the news all the time, and I never promote that he's on this show.
I know. I feel like he could get us more viewers.
He's a big deal.
Do you think in the next interview Larry can mention There's Always Jeopardy?
Yeah, I think he should. He watches it every day. I think we have a caller.
Oh yeah, great. Oh. Look who it is.
Bring, bring.
Yeah, I don't.
Bring, bring.
I know that you're just making that sound with your mouth. Hello, Dennis.
Oh, you didn't get it? You didn't think that was a phone ring?
No, I didn't think that was a phone ring.
Bring, bring.
Because you zoomed in, right? So.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Thanks for zooming in, pal. What's going on, Dennis?
Well, not much. It's been hard to prank. Just kind of at home by myself. I have been setting up pranks for myself to receive in the future.
Okay.
It's just, I have a really good memory, so it's hard to forget about the traps.
Right. You're trying to trick yourself, but you keep remembering.
Exactly.
Dennis, it feels like this is prime pranking season for someone like you, though, because can't you do prank phone calls?
Well, I'm telling a lot of people that I gave them coronavirus, which is honestly, again, more for me. I find it really funny, but a lot of people are saying it's too soon or whatever. And,
Right, yeah.
they don't like the joke yet. But that's one of those things that I hope to laugh about with these people in years to come.
But you do know that there are people who are like getting fined or getting charged for pranking like this. Like there was the person who like called into their McDonald's job and was like, I have coronavirus, and they had to shut it down. And then I think he got like charged or fined.
Let's just say I know a couple judges.
Whoa.
Right. Oh, okay.
I'm a lawyer, so
you're not
come
worried.
at me, dog,
Oh, okay, yeah. Come at you. Okay.
I can prank whoever I want when I want. That is one of the 10 Commandments.
According to Dennis King.
It is. It's a sub-commandment.
Okay. So you called in. Was there something on your mind?
Yeah, goddamn right. I have something on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed you had Seth Wilson on a couple times already, visually, via video call.
Yeah.
I noticed you had Austin Tyler Rogers, visually, on a video call.
Right.
I noticed you had Terrence Spalazio,
Oh, you've been watching a lot of the show. Yes, we did.
Video again. What do you have against my moving face? Why do I have to do non-video calls?
Because you don't know how to use your video.
Dan sends you the invite, right?
I know, right? And I'm assuming you need a camera.
You're on the show all the time, man.
But it's not visual. I am a visual prankster. Do you know how hard it is it's like you could either experience a prank or read about it in a book. And I feel like you're getting the book version.
Like the audiobook version, maybe.
Of my prank story. Yeah.
Well, you could always just like zoom in. Like I'm assuming your computer has a camera in it.
No. No.
You working off an old Dell desktop or something?
If 10 years old is old, yeah.
Okay.
That's the problem.
Let me just be real clear about this. We're not providing camera equipment for any of our other guests.
I find that hard to believe, but go on.
If they're able to zoom in with video, that's because of equipment that they already own.
So you're saying everybody just owns a webcam by themselves?
Mine's built right into my computer, man.
Mine too.
Okay. Well, you know what? If you want to play this game, two can play this game.
Okay.
I've seen 3 play this game.
Well, yeah. I mean, there are 3 of us talking.
Up to 5 players can play this game.
What game are you talking about?
Okay, let's not get into it.
Are you just reading the rules of a board game?
Sorry, yeah. Busted.
Dennis, what about your phone? Doesn't your phone have like FaceTime or
It's an old Dell phone when Dell was making them.
Oh, I didn't know Dell made phones.
Oh, honestly, I loved Dell. When Dell first came out, I thought Dell was going to be, the new bee's knees. Because a lot of people said bee's knees. And I thought a lot of people were going to use Dells. But the Dell phone I got, it still works. I lost the charger. And I just put it in the fridge every once in a while. And I get about 2 minutes out of it. And the reason I can talk so long with you guys right now is I've made the room I'm in mostly electric. And somehow the phone tends to last longer when I electrify the room. So here we are. It's actually pretty good.
I feel like you're pranking us, Dennis.
You got, yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You never had a Dell phone, did you?
I do actually have a Dell phone.
Okay, but you don't have an electric room, do you?
Nope, the electric room is true.
Okay. What's the
What's the prank?
The quality is just not that good. But I said it was.
Okay, man. Okay. Yeah. Hey, I had a question for you.
Ask me anything in the world.
We were getting some negative comments on some of our stuff, and sort of the language that was used felt familiar to me. And then one of them was King, and I was wondering,
what was this? Sorry, who was this man?
He signed it D King.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was just wondering, have you been sort of slamming us on the internet?
I don't know. D King could stand for a number of different D names, right? I'm Dentist King, but a lot of people think, it could have been a David King or a Don King.
Right.
You think famed boxing promoter Don King is trolling our show?
I don't think there's more than one Don King, Jan.
Fair.
Okay, it's one of the comments by D King was, "Hey, you stupid dumb lords," was interesting. Why?
Pretty good.
Why don't you ever have dentist on video?
I like this guy. I don't know who he is, but I like him. Sounds like he's on the right track.
Okay.
Why don't you have me on video? I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, that was me. You haven't actually answered my question. I don't understand why.
I like your Dell phone.
Sorry, say it again. My
your
phone.
Dell phone.
If you just got a new phone or a computer with a camera in it, we'd be happy to have you on video.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Sure.
Do either of you have Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
Great. So get on Amazon Prime, punch in your credit card digits, and send me a goddamn webcam.
We're buying you a webcam. We don't buy anybody webcams.
We don't make any money off of this show.
How much is a webcam?
I don't know.
$100 maybe?
$100, really, Pat. You know what? Two can play that game.
Back to this?
Put the board game instructions down.
Okay.
Let's talk for a minute.
Sorry, back to the webcam. Sorry. $100.
That's what I figure. $100. Maybe less. Probably less if you want just a basic one.
Okay, so yeah, let's do that. Thank you. That wasn't so hard, was it?
We're not doing that. Pat has a baby. Like, we're not making money here to buy you cameras.
Well,
You're a lawyer.
If he can afford a baby, he can afford a friggin' webcam.
But you're a lawyer. You must be making money hand over fist.
Let me ask you guys a question. What happens when that baby needs a webcam?
He uses mine.
Okay, but yeah, good point.
I'm sitting here eating cold tomato sauce. I can't buy you a webcam.
Okay. Well, you know what? You can't blame a guy for trying.
Nah, I'm gonna.
Okay.
I'm gonna blame you for trying.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send you my email address. And if you want to Venmo me $100, we'll say it's not for a webcam.
In Canada, we don't have...
Wink. Say it's for something else if that makes you feel better.
Okay.
And I'll buy a webcam with it.
Sorry, how are you going to send us your email address? You like it?
Via the mail.
You get sent this Zoom link every day. That's how you get into this. We have your email.
Okay.
We're not okay. Thanks so much for calling, Dennis. But
Here's the thing about
you're gonna. We want you to stop commenting on our videos, and we want you to buy your own webcam or just leave us alone. Did he leave on us?
Did he hang up on us?
What?
Rude.
Ah!
But we keep having him back. He keeps doing stuff like this, and we keep asking him to come back.
Oh, I know. We invite him every time, and he's just not a good guest. Not a fan. Actually, not a fan. Well, I think we should wrap it up here. I think this was a fun episode of Jeopardy and fun episode of this show. We have in our next episode, we'll be interviewing an essential worker, another Balazzo.
Oh, great.
Patrick Balazzo, who is going to talk to us about what working at the liquor store is like these days, which I heard is crazy. So that's cool, and we'll review the 4th episode in the Cindy Stoll collection.
I'm so excited, and it's going to be a very long weekend without you and without Larry and without There's Always Jeopardy.
Want to say goodbye, Larry? Huh.
You have a wave to do?
No wave to do. Okay. Have a good one, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
I'm Seth Wilson. Be sure to watch There's Always Jeopardy at 6:30.
Although it was not a runaway for Seth in yesterday's game.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching There's Always Jeopardy. Watch weekdays at 6:30. We'll be here live. And yeah, well, live to air. So also check out the DG special on Wednesday. It's going to be a great one. We have Alice Wetterland, George Basil, Andy Hall and Sarah Hillier and Keith Pedro. And yeah, I'm super pumped. So please join us and enjoy the rest of your day. Stay healthy. See ya.